So when did Jumpman become Super Mario, the most iconic gaming figure of all time? Let's find out.
Welcome to Retro Anthem. Retro Anthem.
In 1981, Nintendo was in trouble. They had just failed to crack the North American arcade market. Their Hail Mary, a game by first-time designer named Shigeru Miyamoto, who pitched something completely unhinged for the time. A platformer with a damsel, a villainous ape, and a silent, mustachioed hero. The hero didn't even have a name. It was just Jumpman, not because it was catchy, but because that's literally all he did. He jumped. He wasn't a plumber either. He was a carpenter. Why? Because he worked at a construction site. That's it. Job title by environment. The hat? Added to avoid animating hair. The mustache? To define a nose with 16 pixels. The overalls? Easier to show movement. His entire design was less artistic vision and more what can we do with this resolution in 2 colors. And yet, Donkey Kong was a massive success. Jumpman, anonymous, generic, suddenly had fans. What he didn't have was a proper name, until a landlord got involved. Nintendo of America was operating out of a warehouse in Seattle, and as startups tend to do, they fell behind on rent. The landlord, a man named Mario Segal, wasn't thrilled. He reportedly barged into a meeting demanding payment.
Hey, where's my money at, huh? Give me my money.
He made an impression, Italian-American, mustache, energetic. Someone half-jokingly said, "Hey, that's Jumpman." And in an industry-defining act of improvisation, Jumpman was renamed to Mario. No marketing focus groups, no legal clearance, no fanfare. Just the angry landlord kind of looks like our main character. Let's roll with that.
It's me, Mario.
Mario Segal went back to his business. Nintendo went to build an empire. And a random real estate dispute became the origin of one of the most valuable characters in media. Corporate branding has never been so accidental. 2 years later, Nintendo wanted to bring Mario back. This time in a game that wasn't just about dodging barrels. So in 1983, they released Mario Brothers and gave Mario a few upgrades. A new setting, underground pipes. A new enemy, angry turtles. A new profession, plumber. Because apparently if you see pipes, that's a logical leap. They also gave him a younger brother, Luigi. Same design, but green. Cheaper that way. The game had co-op mode, bounce mechanics, and a style that felt more polished than its predecessor. It wasn't a cultural explosion, but it gave Mario something far more valuable, a universe. Now he had lore, he had a job, he had family. And maybe most importantly, he had momentum. Mario Brothers was Nintendo's way of saying, we could do more with this character than just climbing ladders. And they were right. 1985, Super Mario Bros. Hit the NES, and gaming was never the same. Side-scrolling levels, secret hidden blocks, underwater worlds, a proper villain named Bowser, and the debut of the Mushroom Kingdom. A place that felt surreal, yet strangely coherent. The game wasn't just a technical leap, it was elegant. Tight controls, smart difficulty curve, intuitive mechanics, and it didn't need a tutorial because the first level was the tutorial. That's not an accident, that's by design. And then there's the music. Koji Kondo's music is burned into the brains of an entire generation. We all remember the first stage music of Super Mario Bros. Iconic. Super Mario Bros. Sold over 40 million copies. It wasn't just a success, it defined what a video game could be. Mario wasn't just a mascot anymore. He was the face of a medium that had just come of age. Mario didn't start as an icon, he started as a workaround. A practical design shaped by limitations, renamed because the rent was due. But over 4 decades, through hundreds of games, genres, consoles, and even a surprisingly tasteful movie reboot, he's remained relevant. Because Mario doesn't need realism, he doesn't need complexity, he doesn't even need dialogue. What he represents, maybe more than any other character in gaming, is pure design clarity. A simple idea, executed well. Iterated endlessly. He's not cool, he doesn't brood, he doesn't monologue about vengeance. He just shows up, he jumps, he saves the day. And somehow, that's enough. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing as we got more gaming deep dives coming. Some weird, some not so much, some nostalgic. Drop a comment with your favorite Mario memory, and if you've ever played Mario Teaches Typing, I'm sorry. See you next time.